Will the Hunter be worth buying? Mansions versus nightclubs, and are shark cards gonna go away? Those are some of the questions we'll be answering today on the GTA 5 Q&A. Now the first one, is the Hunter really worth buying? First off, tomorrow the Hunter should be released. Now I'm not making any promises, but that is the next vehicle that is coming to GTA Online. We only have two left, the Hunter and the Laser. And the Hunter does have to come before the Laser just because of the order they are on the website. And is the Hunter worth buying? Now, I'll be doing a full review tomorrow or whenever it does get released. But just from playing with it in some of the missions, from playing with it in single player with mods, from playing it with modders who spawned it in, yes, it is only $3 million. I think even cheaper if you get the trade price. It's cheaper than the Vigilante, and it does so much more. I mean, yeah, the Vigilante is somewhat of a novelty item, but the Hunter is very, very practical. I think it's going to be one of the more practical vehicles in the game. Like right now, the Buzzard is probably #1, or at least up there. I think the Hunter could overtake it. So I would say, yeah, the Hunter totally is worth buying. But again, I'll be doing a more detailed breakdown on all that tomorrow when it does get released. Now, speaking of aircraft, Emmanuel, which is the better dogfighter, the Pyro or the Hydra? Well, I've actually made a video completely on this topic, and it's the Pyro. The Pyro is actually much better than the Hydra when it comes to dogfighting. The Hydra is actually, I think, #4 on the list. The Laser and even like the Starling is better than the Hydra. So yeah, the Pyro is better. I know you have to get used to it. It is a little weird, a little wonky with the handling. It's a little too like shaky, maybe, if that's the word, but it is better because of the turning radius, how fast it goes, how much damage the bullets do against other aircraft. So yeah, the Pyro is better. I'll try and find that link to that video and link it in the description if you haven't seen it. Hunter asks, do you think the Rockstar will ever open up the stock market on current GTA Online? No, and I've said that before many times, but your question sort of made me think a little bit. What if they did something, but they limit you? Because obviously the main reason they're not going to release the stock market is because people could abuse it, modders could abuse it, make tons of money that they're probably not supposed to make. But what if they limited it? I mean, I don't know how that would work, and I know that would definitely suck because it's not, you know, realistic or whatever, but I would like the stock market in the game because it would be something different. It'd be a different way to make money. And maybe they tie it in with like the headhunter missions or something where you have to go assassinate people or whatever, and whoever you assassinate, it affects the stock market in some way. You know, they could tweak that however they like, but I would like to see some new ways to make money apart from the same old concept of buying a property, you know, upgrading the property, going out getting supplies, either waiting or selling it right away, and then making money. It's fun. Those missions are fun, but I want something different. So yeah, I kind of would like them to. I mean, it's already in the game, at least in single player, so maybe it's not that hard to, you know, convert over to online. But the problem, I think, that the reason they've never done it is because, I mean, you can abuse it in single player to make billions of dollars, and they don't want that in online. So that's the only thing I worry about. But if they limit us to making maybe only, I don't know, $1 million a week, or, you know, some number per day or per week, it might work out. I don't know. Just an idea. Reno, which would you like more, mansions or nightclubs? And this is, you know, obviously a hypothetical question because we don't know we're getting either. But what would I rather more in GTA Online? And I think I want you guys to answer this in the comments too. It obviously would depend on what comes with both of them, but I think I would want mansions. And I don't know if I would regret that if they did come out, because I think, you know, before the yacht came out, a lot of us said, yo, we would love a yacht. But looking back at it, would we really have loved the yacht? I mean, the yacht is kind of pointless. I own one, and it's nice to have. It's not very practical, though. It doesn't really... There is no use for it, you know. I know there are a couple, but none that are pertinent to me. So would I really want a mansion? I think if they did it right, I would. But obviously that depends on if they do it right, you know. Nightclubs, the same way. I mean, if they did it right, I would love a nightclub. But they just did it where, if they made it where it was the exact same sort of business like everything else, you have to buy one, upgrade it, go get supplies, come back, boom. That's like, I wouldn't like it that. But I think I would want mansions more, because if they did cost a lot of money, if they did have a lot of stuff in them, it gives you something to work towards. And I already have a ton of businesses, so you know, having something different would be nice. Ricardo, what do you think about Rockstar adding jobs with the mansions? Like, you had to work towards a mansion. I think it would give players something to do in GTA. So let's just take mansions sort of out of that question. I've always thought, and maybe I've said this before, if Rockstar gave us things to do, like challenges maybe to do to unlock certain things, I think that would be much better than the way it is now. Because right now, the only thing you're ever working towards is making money. And then you can use that money to buy certain things. Let's say for a mansion or for anything. You have to do a certain list of things, you know? You have to go find someone. You have to go kill someone. You have to go recon something. You know, there could be a list. And then, yeah, you have to pay the money. It's not like you're getting it for free. But if there was like a list of steps to get something, like the hunter, for instance. What if it was on the military base? Or if it was, they spawn the freaking carrier navy ship out in the water and it's on there, and you have to do certain missions, maybe in free roam, to go get it, or just anything. Maybe it's not in free roam, maybe it's just actual missions to unlock it. That would be kind of cool, because it would give you somewhat of a progression system to work towards certain vehicles. They couldn't do that for every vehicle because there's so many vehicles in the game, but the big ones like the Vigilante, let's say it was under military law because it was a prototype vehicle, and you had to do some recon missions to go get it instead of just buying it, you know? Maybe supercars, the gangs have the supercars or some of the supercars, and you have to do some certain things, you know, mission-wise to go get it before you unlock it. Like the Tron bike, for instance, was the only one where you had to play that adversary mode to unlock it, but that was just playing it. You didn't even have to win, you didn't have to do anything special. I would like to see, maybe in the future, maybe just in the next couple of games they do, because I don't know if they're going to do any of this for GTA Online, but I want to see some progression in addition to just making all the money, you know, to buy it. I think that would give players something to do in GTA, and I think a lot less people would be bored with the game. Tamir, as you said 4 years ago, yesterday, the first DLC was released. Look at GTA today. How has it changed through the years? How do you think it will look in the future? I'm actually going to be making a separate video on that because I think there's some really interesting things that I've never really brought up before. So look forward to that. But GTA has definitely changed. I mean, there's so many differences from when it started to when it is now. I guess the main one is probably the economy, the money. That's a horrible one. But, you know, hey, unfortunately, that's how it went. And Rockstar probably not going to ever go back to the early days of GTA Online in regards to money. But how do I think it'll look in the future? I hope it sort of stays what we got now. I don't like really what we got now in terms of the economy, in terms of everything, but I just hope they don't go further, you know? But I'll talk more about that in the next video. Awesome Tin, do you think Rockstar will treat shark cards differently due to the recent controversy with Battlefront 2? Now this is a huge topic, and I don't really want to talk too much about it because I could probably talk for a really long time. I'm hoping Rockstar and Take-Two learn from EA, because I really don't want to see Red Dead Redemption 2 and GTA 6 fall down that same path. And they're sort of working towards that. I mean, with the Smuggler's Run DLC, they purposefully make the gameplay, they hinder the gameplay to encourage you to buy the shark cards, right? That's why the Smuggler Run missions and pretty much all the missions in the game pay so little, because they don't want you making a ton of money so you never have the thought in your mind, okay, maybe I'll just buy a shark card. So I'm really hoping they don't do that. You know, at least they don't go to the level that EA went to, or even that GTA Online is at. I'm hoping they scale it back a little bit and just trust the people that play their game, the community, because if they put out good content, if they put out good stuff, people will reward them. So that's what I hope happens. What I hope doesn't happen is that they just wait, like some kind of like how they did with GTA Online. I know GTA Online was unintentional, but I hope they don't wait to sort of hinder the gameplay and stuff. That, unfortunately, may be the lesson these companies are learning. They're like, oh, okay, let's just not put it out at release. Let's not talk about the microtransactions. We'll put that in a few months later once everyone has purchased the game, once everyone's playing the game. So then those people may buy it, you know? I'm hoping that's not what they do, but unfortunately, that probably will be the way it goes. And then the question of the day from Crypto Steve: if you had to sell all of your cars except one, what would that car be and why? And I want you guys to let me know in the comments. Could you imagine? I mean, at least for me, I have so many freaking cars. I have pretty much every garage full. If I sold all my cars, I would be like 100 millionaire. I'd have so much money. The one I would probably keep, though, and I really don't want to say the Oppressor because I just use it a lot. And it's just such a cop-out answer, but it probably would be the one I keep just because it's so practical. I can call it wherever. It's fun to use. It's fun to fly around in. It's got the missiles so I can defend myself. And honestly, it's just so unique. I probably could not choose between all the supercars or sport cars I have, because while there are some unique differences, and between them all, they're just, you know, they don't have anything unique about them. As unique, I guess, as a rocket engine. But yeah, let me know in the comment section, what would be the one car you save if you had to sell your entire garage? But anyway, that is it with the video. Thank you all for watching. Please drop a video like if you did enjoy, subscribe for more awesome GTA content, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.